Jennifer here. Welcome to part 2, inspection and cleanup. And maybe I emphasize cleanup. There's quite a bit of cleanup to do on some of the stuff. I've got my diesel fuel, some carb clean, just all sorts of good stuff, wire brushes, all sorts of stuff, and some brake calipers, or brake caliper brackets. Probably about 8 to 10 years ago, when I was doing the brakes, up in the Northeast where I used to live, one of the slides in the caliper bracket froze up and I had to replace it. I'm thinking it was this one, because this one is in tougher shape, and I believe, for some reason I didn't spot back then, but the boots for the slides were on backwards. So, but that was a pretty tough, that was a tough week and stuff like that, so I understand why I may have missed that. The next thing about inspection and cleanup is there's going to be a lot of wire wheel work. Working with a wire wheel and stuff, it's monotonous, boring, and everything else, so I probably am not going to bore you with a half an hour or a 20-minute video of wire wheeling nuts, bolts, and pieces and everything else on a wire wheel. That would be a waste of good bandwidth. So it's also, hopefully here we're going to get into a little bit of Reassemble, but I was thinking about replacing one set of slides, but after cleaning them up in a little diesel fuel, the slides seem to be in decent shape. I've just got to clean up a lot of the bolts and everything on the wire wheel to make sure I have no cracks or anything that's a lock washer that won't spring open or anything like that, to where when we get into Reassemble, it won't be a problem, or I won't have it come apart on me on the road. So we'll get some wire wheel work done. This is the before wire wheel, and then I will show you after wire wheel. The other thing I've done, I'll get a little bit of picture in here. I'll insert a quick little thing about I've scraped up and cleaned up the rims. The sun here in the south is so bright that when the sun shines through the hubcap and onto the rim, it actually faded it out pretty bad, kind of made it look a little rusty and stuff. So I've got a little before and after shot of that for you. Continuing with the cleanup, we have before, we have after. Remember, after, before, before, after. Oh, much better over here. Alright, I hope you understood about before and after on that. And alright, see you after the wire wheel. Alright, cleanup, inspection, and reassemble update. Got my caliper brackets painted, cleaned up. Got them wire wheeled, painted, cleaned up. Got my slides greased up, new boots. There, everybody's looking good on both of those. I thought I was going to have to do a new set of pins and bolts, but I ended up returning those because those were in good shape. I got the other strut, I got the top of the strut tower cleaned up, ready to reassemble. I got some ball bearings that are going to need a little bit of cleanup. And my spring has come out very good also here. I am not a big fan of showing the actual assembly of the strut, because working with the spring compressors, that job is a little dangerous. If you don't set the spring compressor on the spring right to compress the spring, it can get a little loose, and since it's strong enough to hold up a car, there are stories out there of people getting hurt with them, and yes, those stories are true. So otherwise, that's the update. We've got it just about together. I'm going to probably shorten this up to just this video and show some reassemble mixed in here with the inspection and get this job done, because this job is getting a little too long in the tooth. It's time to move on to bigger and better things. Alright, that's the update. I'll bring you back with some more update. I've got a lot of pictures, maybe some short 5-second video or pictures we'll mix in with this.
Insert the CV shaft, bolt up the strut, caliper bracket, install the pads, caliper, sway bar end links, and reassemble the right side.
After a couple of days of hard reassemble, as you can see, it's back together. I did a road test and actually drove like it drove 100,000 miles ago, which was really nice. No sounds, no bumps, no lumps, and was quite smooth, and the steering was, unbelievably tight. So this concludes the great 2009 Hyundai front suspension rebuild. I think the painted up rims actually look really nice. No more rusty rims showing through. The hubcaps need a little bit more work, but we'll get that done in time. Otherwise, the only thing left to do is get a front end alignment, which I hope to get scheduled up for later this week. That should come out very good with all brand new parts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please subscribe. Like, comment, whatever you feel the need there. Leave something pleasant, please. And thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.